Who is he?
Chris Chan? Oh my goodness, Tom, take it away.
I love how out of the loop Woody always is with like anything. Like, by the way, I'm like a fan of the show. I've been watching you guys since you had Medicare on like 5 years ago. So I've been
hell yeah
in it. Okay, Woody. So Chris Chan is like a really cool guy. Big YouTube channel, famous dude, lots of donos. I mean, in all seriousness, I think he's probably, people call him like the most documented person in history. He's like she Zer is an autistic individual who people have been following online for like 15 years or so. If you're familiar with the website Kiwi Farms, the whole inception of that site was to follow Chris Chan, and came from a mispronunciation of CWC forums. Chris is most known for an original character called Sonichu, which is a combination of Sonic and Pikachu, kind of morphed into one. It's like a original piece of art.
The Sonichu pendant.
It's quite beautiful.
Wearing, if you can.
I believe Chris sells those on Etsy or something now, but so there's just like someone who people have like sort of a weird fascination with, probably to an unhealthy degree, I would say, but they have for a very long time. Notable stuff is like their love quest, where they would go to college with like a sign about it would be like, requirements for a girlfriend must be like this amount of height, this weight, can't smoke, can't drink, must be white, I think was another requirement. So pretty, interesting standards for this guy.
I think he was posting that like on the bulletin board.
Was that like a before and after? Like what happened to him?
This is a pre and post transition.
So I don't know what are we supposed to call him? He or she?
It depends. A lot of people don't say she, because Chris said the reason that he became female was to get with girls. So it was like kind of a ploy. But it's really like up to interpretation.
Yeah, does that work? Because high school Woody needs some advice.
There's a surprising amount of people that are pining for Chris Chan. You would be surprised. So there are a few supposedly that things have gone down.
Yeah, G is a faker. A mother faker, seemingly. That's ridiculous. Yeah, he did so much ridiculous, absurd shit that is just the most recent thing he was accused of doing. Actually, wait, wasn't he convicted of molesting his mother?
So he was arrested for it, and then they dropped the charges, and he's out now. So I don't really know what the deal is there. But there's a video of him talking about it over like Discord. There's like
I hate that.
Yeah, it's not good.
No one likes it. Everyone's come down against him. No, he doesn't have anyone in his corner for this.
No.
Yeah, anytime you talk in absolutes, you're wrong.
Yeah, there is some ghoul out there who's like, give him hell, Chris.
It's Woody. It's Woody.
It's just Woody.
Yeah, catching strays over here. Ghoul
I'm shocked that neither of you know who Chris Chan is, given how long you've been on the internet.
I've heard of Christians before.
Yeah, not this.
well, like I know that he's a lol cow. I know that, and I'm just not interested in those. Like I know that there's, I don't like going down those creepy rabbit holes.
It's quite depressing.
Because it's always depressing and depraved, and it's like, then you can't believe what he did next. It's like, I don't know, man. He probably started eating doo-doo or something. What do you do? You're not going to blow my mind with this. He's going to be as depraved and as awful as the mind can imagine, I'm sure. And I won't be surprised. It's like, he molested his mother. And I'm like, all right, you got me. Was she alive? Now, hang on. Was she alive during and after the molestation? He didn't molest
she is still with us to this day.
He's not okay.
Yes.
Well, how hot's his mom?
She's like an 80-year-old with dementia that lived with no one but him. And he's
answer the question, Taylor. How hot is
she? She's a baddie. Pull up a picture. She's a baddie.
Absolutely.
That's what a 1 is. That when you talk about the actual scale, a 1 has to exist if a 10 does. And I give you that Chris Chan's mom is a 1, an 80-year-old crippled woman with dementia.
Yeah.
I think all women are beautiful. I think you guys are being a little bit bigoted right now. I think she's
we do that.
Stunning. She's stunning.
Why are there pictures? Why are there pictures of her?
If you saw that in your Instagram DMs, you wouldn't be like, damn, shouty. Damn.
I'm digging that finger in the electrical plug.
Why do we have a picture of her?
Because this guy like documents himself doing these things.
Yeah.
Like Chris Chan will do something reprehensible and be like, check out what I've been up to. And then
the reason people know this happened is because he talked about it.
Yeah.
I knew that happens, but I didn't know that it's like happened to the extent where like, and this is a picture of his mom.
Oh my God.
Like it's so weird.
Can you pull up
that animation?
That picture of Chris Chan's mom again?
Don't do that. I feel like we shouldn't.
Yeah, the poor old lady.
No, not that one. The real one.
Don't show the victim.
Don't
The
show
victim.
of
She's
it.
a legend.
Oh my God.
Well, she can't allege it. She is demented, and so he
We're
was
6 minutes in.
he was only caught.
Pull the victim back.
Zim was only caught because Z posted it.
Z.
Yeah.
Well,
herself. Z posted it herself.
Was there any time when you were making the Chris Chan documentary that you had to step back and be like, "This, I need to maybe go to church," something like that?
I mean, yeah, it's pretty disturbing. It's like a lot of showering. You can tell I haven't showered recently. I just got back from the gym, but yeah, it's a dark video. It's a dark video, bro. But
so let me ask you
interest.
Let me ask you this, because maybe why hasn't you said the charges were dropped? It would seem that there might be enough evidence if he's discussing is he still her guardian?
No, technically, there's a video of him talking about it. I don't think we know exactly why it was dropped. Part of speculation is like Chris is an unreliable narrator, so it might have just been like coerced out of him or something, and it might not actually be true. That's a possibility.
It reminds me of the Boogie thing. It's like I've seen Boogie trying to meet up with little girls and like sending gross pictures and stuff. Like not Boogie. I'm so sorry, Boogie. Sorry
I was gonna say, holy shit.
I meant EDP.
EDP.
I mean, EDP.
Okay.
I was picturing EDP. Sorry, Boogie. I didn't mean.
Big apologies to Boogie. He didn't do that.
Big apologies. Boogie does lots of things, but not that.
Yeah,
they're grown women.
With EDP, I think the issue is that the guys who did that investigation kind of a little bit. So there's something with chain of evidence.
The EDP thing.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are under the impression the predator poachers kind of screwed that case up, and now Jadeon just did that as well. And I don't know if he screwed it up, but a lot of people are saying like part of the reason he's not in jail is because of all these catfishing attempts.
Are the predator poachers that you just mentioned? Is that like that guy we called Rascal McGovern's?
Yeah, Alex Rosen is his name. He went by Chet Goldstein back in the day, sort of a Jewish reference. Yeah,
I considered getting on the tee. We mentioned it earlier. You do look pretty buff. What's holding you back, or what are the considerations, or like?
I've considered tests. I mean, definitely. I don't know. I guess I'm just 21. I'm like, do I really need to be on steroids right now? I've thought about like when I get like 25, maybe, but I mean, naturally, am I right?
Yeah.
I think every doctor would tell you no.
I haven't had my levels checked. I think they're probably not low. But yeah, I'm not too worried about it.
Are you like never horny and chronically fatigued and like? Because if not, like, I'm sure your tea's good.
I pretty much just spend all day in bed masturbating to furry porn. No, yeah, I think I'm probably just fine in the test department, but yeah, that's true.
I watched one of your furry videos and I enjoyed that one. This was like probably a year ago or so. It like came across my YouTube suggested, and it was like the dastardly deeds of the furry community. And I'm like, all right, I gotta see what's going on here. It was darker than I thought. I thought it was going to be like, oh, they're walking around with mildew in their pants from dried cum at their conventions. No, sinister stuff.
So, all right, I love that you have gotten to know the furry community from a normal human being perspective. So I've got some questions, but let me just lay out what I think of them first. I've always thought that it was the most laughable, forgive me, pathetic of all fetishes. It's really lame. Like I could understand being a pay pig. Like, I could understand maybe, oh yeah, doo-doo's so dirty. That'd be so gross. You see where I'm going with this, but hang on. Rewind me 3 seconds.
You didn't understand why people like being furries. There are other things you get more on board with.
But then we met our guy in the $50 hangouts that's a furry, and he's got his blue wolf head over there. And before he told me that, I just thought he was a chill dude who's got a cool career. I really like what he does. He works in the movie industry doing special effects and stuff, roughly speaking. And just seems like a nice guy. I like him as a dude, like hanging out and talking to him. And then he pulls out the blue wolf head, and it's like, shit. I thought that y'all were like degenerate weirdos, like locked away somewhere barking. But it kind of messed with me a little bit.
A lot of them say it's like not a fetish. I would say I'd say it's probably a fetish like for like 70% of them, or maybe a little more, like a lot. And out of that 70%, it seems to me that like there's a uncomfortably high amount of them that want to have sex with dogs. Not like 70% of furries, but like maybe like 15, which is pretty high.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
If someone told me like 15% of Mormons want to fuck dogs, I'd be like, we got to get this under control, fellas. Like we got to shut that down. What are they doing in Utah?
Yeah, the problem is that a lot of them are like, even if they're not a dog fucker personally, they're okay with other people being into that.
Real dogs? Wait a minute. I think I'm just catching.
Yes, we're talking about zoophilia now.
Yeah.
If the dog's big enough, I'm okay with it.
Okay, buddy. there were
it's voluntary, right? If the guy's fucking a Siberian Husky, a Great Dane, then that dog is down. If the guy's fucking I don't know, a little Basset Hound, he might be unwilling.
Yeah.
No, this comes back to the fucking veganism thing. You can't be nice to dogs.
I am being super nice.
No, you're a despicable animal.
I know that dog.
Oh, you can skin them and eat them, but you can't fuck them, huh? Look at you,
neither.
Mr. Hypocrite.
Go fuck a scary animal.
Part of the problem with furries is like they're just it's like a relatively tight-knit community, and like some of these people are like con organizers and stuff, and they're like embedded in like the business of the furries. So yeah, I mean it's pretty dark. There was one giant expose that came out maybe 5 years ago or something, 4 years ago, that Mr. Medicare covered intensely about this guy named Kiro the Wolf, who was like a YouTube guy, furry guy, who ended up I think he was fucking his personal dog for like 9 years. And beyond that, he was friends with people who he was also, I think, fucking roadkill. And then he was friends with people who were fucking a ton of dogs and were like pedophiles and were like molesting children. A bunch of them, someone went to jail. It's pretty horrific.
I wouldn't even want to fuck near.
Pretty ghoulish.
Yeah. So like, what did you ever have to like take little breaks from those videos?
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Where you're like, this is dark. This is entering my soul, stealing little bits.
That shit is horrific.
Have you looked into it all how it sort of intersects with the clopper groups, the people who sexualize the My Little Pony stuff? They're sort of tangentially connected. You know,
there's like a web of like this like DeviantArt, and then like Sonic fans maybe, but less so. They're less crazy. And then
Tails.
and then My Little Pony Tails, My Little Pony, and then there's like furries, and like there's some big like Venn diagram you can draw, and then somewhere in there is like the ones that are.
I want to see Knuckles fist tails.
Kyle, yes. I'm thinking about this. I have my own answer. I want to know yours though. Let's say you're with a girl, right? You've been with her for some period of time. You and her have an emotional connection.
Can I answer the question before you propose it?
Sure.
Not only is it no, it's not only is it no, but it's
no with prejudice.
That's among being immoral and gross. It's also illegal.
No. I'm talking about furry. You did maybe I didn't even.
Oh, sorry.
Right, so this is your girl.
I thought you were proposing we bring a dog into the relationship, and you.
No. You like her. She likes you. You guys are both sexually and emotionally compatible. And then today, instead of surprising you with the fancy lingerie that you expected, she's dressed like a blue Siberian Husky.
All right.
What's your response to this?
What does she want to do? I'd be like, whoa, that looks expensive. Where'd you get it? What's that about? And
she wants to bang.
Okay, Woody, you're my wife now, and you're dressed as a blue Siberian Husky. Whoa, honey, that looks expensive. How'd you pay for that?
Woof woof.
It was expensive. I've had it this whole time. I bought it a year and a half ago, and it took me a while to build up the courage to show you this.
But see.
Here I am.
Well, I wish you hadn't.
So all right. So what exactly? Explain the mechanics of this, honey. I'm a little off put by the eyes. I'm going to say, could we put
in the back? There's a flap that comes down, much like an old timey miner's pajamas.
Turn around, show me.
Showing like the way Elmer Fudd's PJs were.
Yes, it's perfect.
Two buttons and it comes on down. Okay.
Damn,
and
all
right.
And there's slits here so you can get your hands in. We can have quite the experience. Yep.
So other than that, is this going to be like an every time kind of thing, or is this like third Saturday every month kind of thing? Because
it's just every once, maybe every month. And while we bang, if you could call me a good girl, that'd be hot.
Ooh, all right. I got to partake in the fetish, huh? Yeah, I guess I'm on board. I'll do all that stuff, but
you have to dress up also.
as long as I get to dress up as like a zookeeper, or what I'm really picturing is the guy with the yellow raincoat from Curious George. I'll be like, you're a bad little monkey. Like I can do that. Like
oh yeah. I'm into that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I would put her in a crate and take her to the pound right away.
Honestly, sorry, we have to put this one down. There's no fixing her.
like
Smiling.
But if you asked if a girl that I had been dating for like 3 weeks pulled out the same contraption, I would be outie. I would
There'd be
like,
a boundary
nah.
you set. No,
I would do it because I want to come back and tell you I did it. But then I'd be like, it turned out. I would be honest. I would be, I didn't enjoy that very much. That was kind of weird. This thing smells, by the way. You're just kind of like in there, like
that's a
the
given.
candy. I feel like you're a pinata that I'm not allowed to hit. Like the stuff I want's on the inside, and everything else is paper mache. Like this is awful. I really don't want any more of this. And good day to you, madam. And
Yeah,
and I would pat her on her muzzle and I'd bounce.
Is that where you land too, Taylor?
That's pretty much where I land. Like I would be unbelievably put off by it, and I agree with you on like the, it's a gift wrapping on something you previously liked, like the naked female body under there, your girlfriend's body. That's what you're interested in, not a undoubtedly mildewy, stinky.
This doesn't accentuate her, and that's what anything she should wear should do.
Even if it's
lingerie or sexy time somehow.
Even if it's a clean outfit, it's like you're dressed like fucking Bluey or like Paw Patrol. Like just I don't.
Now on the other hand,
Yeah.
now let's rewind a little bit. She's not a full on like $6,000 suit furry. She's just got some cat ears on and like a tail plug. Then everybody.
Now we're talking.
Right? Or her, her tits are out. She's naked. She's just.
So everybody's down for a cat girl.
Yeah, because it's really just a fucking little head thing. Like that's all there is.
Really I like the tail too.
You like the tail too?
You like it? All right.
That's fine. Whatever. But it's still a woman you're fucking. You're not fucking like a mascot. You're not fucking the Georgia Bulldog.
I'd really be down for, and I've never
the Georgia Bulldog. Fuck off.
Yeah, like some elf ears. I could be down for some elf ears too.
Are you a Georgia fan, Tom?
No, I don't give a shit. I just thought it was funny.
Jackie's not a furry. We don't do this. But if she was, I would 100% do this for it. To me is a very small ask. Oh, you want to wear this outfit every once in a while?
Yeah.
Fucking where's mine? I don't like if there's I'm not really into blood or
Woody gets into upholstery all of a sudden. Look out.
I'm not really into blood or poop. I don't want to be hurt a lot. A little pinch or bite here and there is cool, but I don't want to like be cut or like too big an impact play. I don't want to be wounded. But shit, this is just like dress up. This is I've said this so many times. If a guy's into feet, ladies, give up your fucking feet. I'm not into feet. I don't understand.
It can't be just dress up. There's a mental thing with them. There's something like that's like a sickness in
there's a reason
mind.
They want to be a dog and not like a pirate or
mental thing is nothing. That's imaginary play shit.
It's not imaginary for them. It's very real, and you'll respect them.
They're not actually dogs.
No, these
dude,
ones
I would not.
The one Tom's talking about.
Okay, that's an important. That's an important like difference maker. Like Woody's suggesting that our lady suddenly says, "Hey, I want to dress up and play pretend once a month." You're suggesting that the lady we're encountering is like, "No, I am a dog, and when you see me like this is the mask."
Dude, that's what furries say. Furries say they're their true self when they're dressed up like a fucking mastiff.
I don't think the furry I know does. Yeah. I know the same guy Kyle's talking about, and then we had on Your Movie Sucks, who
he's
also
cool.
was a furry, cool. And I don't think he identifies as a dog. I think it's just a kink.
I don't think he does either. And I know there's this guy, I can't remember his name right now, but he gives me weightlifting advice. He's like a gay jacked furry on Twitter.
Shit, that's scary.
He posts videos of himself in the dog head, like squatting. It's insane.
Zach, find that, Zach.
This guy's another cool one, seemingly.
I like this guy. I'm
not saying they're all bad folks, just that
we need to get rid of them. Yeah.
You know what I bet it is? I bet it's someone who has found like an easy way to date. He's like, look, I put on this fucking dog head and tell him I'm the alpha mutt around here. And I get all the pussy I can handle. You wouldn't believe it. And yeah, they're wearing a silly outfit, but I don't give a shit what they look like anyway. It's just pussy all day long. You'd be like, wow, this
Pussy is such a fucked up word. I don't know. I don't know if it's this guy, but this is someone.
But yeah,
I can't tell how much he's squatting. I feel like that's strategic. Oh, he's not squatting. Is he doing it behind the back?
He's doing a behind the neck press? Overhead military press.
All right, that's not safe.
With and like 100 and yeah, that's okay. Maybe I'm like a Neanderthal. I'm like, ooh, he lift heavy. Maybe he have point. Like
Taylor respects his opinion more.
I respect his opinion. If he,
I think that's how you should think about life. Like if somebody is lifting more weight than you, they're automatically better, no matter what terrible actions they've committed.
That's why I take Sam Hyde so seriously.
That's how I choose my certified public accountant.
the big jack guy.
Like, what do you bench, dude?
It's like this goofy little nerd. You're not handling my money. I want a guy who's barely holding it together. He's so trend out, just so vascular. Yeah,
that's so scary. I don't understand.
What? So you think 15% of them are actual, like they want to have sex with the German Shepherd?
Yeah,
that's ghastly.
Yeah, it's dark. It sucks.
15%. That's a big old slice.
Probably way less than that have actually done it because they know there's consequences. But yeah, I think 15% of them probably do want to fuck dogs.
Do you remember? I don't know if I think we may have discussed it in our hangout or sometime. I remember talking about it recently with a group of people. But Whitney, Wisconsin. Do you remember her?
Oh yeah, classic leafy subject. She's a girl who fucked dogs.
Yeah, among other things. She was that filthy chick. She would like finger her pussy and walk up to people at Walmart and be like, "Smell my finger."
Oh,
and, yeah.
I fuck dogs. What about it?
Basically, what she sounded like.
Yeah.
She said that verbatim.
Redneck from Wisconsin, dirty, nasty hoe. And she uploaded like porno videos of, I don't know if she uploaded videos of her with animals, but she was definitely always bragging about doing it.
There are videos of her with animals, yeah.
I'm not surprised. She would do really gross stuff. Like I said, like fingering her stuff. I would be incensed. Of course, I wouldn't smell a finger that was offered to me unless I was prepared for such a thing. That makes sense, right? Like if a girl walks up to you and tells you to smell her finger, if you smell it, like be prepared for any number of bad things. Like you signed up for this, right?
Speaking of smelling fingers, do you guys know who Infobren is?
Infobren? No, I don't.
No. Infobren is a guy who does like really weird like public like prank videos, and one of them is he puts like fake blood on his finger, and then he walks up to people and he's like, "Smell my finger," and a lot of them will do it, and he has like camera glasses on or whatever, so he watches them the entire time and he just records really uncomfortable interactions. He also has this other bit where he has he says it's called canned sphincter, and it's like a soda can or like a beer can, and it says sphincter on it, and he carries these around and offers it to people. He's like, sphincter, and he like pops it and offers it to people. It's like some of my favorite content on YouTube. He's so funny.
Does it smell bad, or is it just like
I haven't smelled it yet? I'm unsure what it smells like. But
if you make a video on him, you can't put it out until you've smelled it yourself. Fact finding.
I think so. I think he's hilarious. He always tells people to come out to his car. He's like, I have a bucket of sardines in the back of my Honda Accord 2002 or whatever. He's like, come back, and you go back there and he does actually have it. He's a fucking legend. He's like, I feel like he's the last of like the weird like public interaction YouTubers. He wears the fucking glasses with the camera in them, so you don't know.
Oh, okay. And he's just doing smelly things to people.
He's making them smell fingers. He's extremely uncomfortable.
Kyle, you're muted.
I was gonna say, I wonder which glasses he has, because I know Ray-Ban has some collaboration where they're like $350, which I mean a pair of Ray-Bans is already $200, and they have. I wonder how the video is in those. If it would be interesting, I don't know what I would film with it or what I'd do with it exactly, but I don't know. I do like the idea of having a camera in my glasses.
His video quality is decent. It doesn't look half bad, you know.
That part of me that wants, like as a kid, I remember we had that fundraiser where we sold candy bars. You know, they hand you this huge like basket of 50 candy bars to sell, and one of the prizes was those sunglasses that had the mirror in them so you could see behind you.
Mr. Brandon Buckingham. That's great. What are you?
Yeah. What's up, guys?
What's up, Brandon? How are you, dude?
I'm great, man.
What are you guys doing there? What content are you guys up to?
I drove up here to watch Godzilla with Tom.
Yeah, we're just watching Godzilla all week, every day.
Every day. Is it good, or did you not go yet?
We're going after this.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon, I watched one of your videos recently. You took a gang member to a haunted house. It was like an insane asylum.
Yeah,
Dude,
Baby
it was pretty cool because I think he got a little mad. The social dynamic was my favorite part. He didn't like being taken to this place. He didn't think this was fun. And he was mad at you, but I think everyone knew you could beat the fuck out of him if you chose to, gang member or not.
No, I told him it was a haunted insane asylum, but all I could comprehend was it's a haunted house.
It's a haunted house.
Right? He's trying to lay out how like this is where people died, this is where people were tortured. There's spirits here, and he's like, yeah, he was half keeping up, but it was fun. It was good content. He got spooked, and you were fun.
Hell yeah, it was awesome. Well, if you guys want to come up to Maine and watch Godzilla with us at 9:45, you're both invited, all three of you. I mean,
Dude, I'll try to make it. I got a list. I saw you were on Charles Carroll's podcast. I need to give that a listen. That's awesome.
oh, dude, the Palace rules. Charles and Eric, they're great. But yeah, I don't want to interfere too much, but yeah, it's nice to see you guys. Hope you guys are having a good show.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, good to see you, dude.
Heck yeah.
Fuck that guy, right?
Oh, he's the worst.
the
So glad
worst.
he's gone.
Is
He
he-
knew what
Annoying.
I really thought.
You're up in Maine?
Yeah, that's where I'm from. Yeah,
Nice. I don't know anybody from Maine, but Stephen King's from Maine. I don't know him though.
yeah. I mean, there's not a lot.
From Maine called. Are you a Mainite?
There's not a lot. Mainers.
Also, his wife.
Mainer is what they're called.
Yeah, there's not a lot. Mainite? Are you kidding? That'll be funny. There's not a lot going on. There's like lobsters, and that's about it. Yeah.
I would have thought Mainlander would be what they were called.
Mainlander,
Yeah,
That'd be
a Mainlander.
like
That'd be-
Homelander. That's like our superhero.
That's like one of the nicest states to live in, apparently. Nice and clean, lots of trees.
Very
Right,
clean.
yeah.
When
lots
does
of
the sun go
trees.
down today? 3:30 in Maine.
Actually, I think it went down at 4. Actually, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's depressing.
You can keep
Yeah.
that.
I mean, it's nice during the summer, but yeah, it's getting pretty fucking bleak right
What's
now.
a big city in Maine?
Portland is the biggest city,
Okay.
which is like
Bangor.
70,000. Bangor is like 30,000, maybe 35. That's
It
where Stephen
was.
King is from. We just had a shooting actually in Lewiston, I think, or Auburn or something like that. We had like 20
shit.
people die. Yeah, that was pretty
What?
dark. Yeah,
I can't believe I
Some-
didn't hear
which
that.
is it's weird that it happened
404.
here because like nobody fucking lives here.
Yeah, I guess there's way fewer people in Maine than I imagine there would be.
It's 1 million, I think, is the state total. Yeah, and it's like quite a big state, so it's pretty spread out.
Are you an outdoorsman at all? I feel like that'd be a great place to live.
I like skiing. That's about it. Ice skating, but yeah, apart from winter stuff, no.
Ice skating,
there-
to ask Tom, have you ever been in the midst of making one of your videos and you had like a change of heart about the person you were making it on? Where it's like,
No.
oh man,
No.
no, never.
No. I am working on one right now that's kind of tangential to a friend of the show, Blade.
Oh, okay.
I'm working on that one.
Okay.
Maybe you can fill us in a bit on what he's been up to. We're not as up to date.
The latest thing I saw after the whole thing with Willie dying, obviously, was he was
Yeah.
walking in the middle of the road, like on the median in the middle of the night, filming himself walking with like cars going by and like swerving around him. That was the last thing I saw. Apart from that, he's upset about the fact that people said not to donate to his streams because he's just going to buy more alcohol. He was kind of upset about that. I think I want to say Keemstar or something said like don't donate to his streams, and he was like, he's literally telling people not to donate to my streams. Like, you know, I just like need money, man. Like content, man. And that was like when he was, you know, maybe 3 shots in, so basically sober. But yeah, I mean, he's super fucked up. I think he's probably going to die pretty soon. I wouldn't be shocked at all.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Keemstar
wild
might
how far
be
he's
almost onto something here, though. Like, if you really wanted to help Blade, then the deal that you'd want to make with him as a fan base.
Yeah, it's
Would
just to starve
be-
him. Yeah.
Well, no, it would be like we'll only donate to constructive content. Like, if you want to go in the park today and go for a walk and have a picnic, I'll donate to that. But if
But
you
he-
crack
Yeah.
a beer, no.
He's immediately going to take that money and buy beer. You know
Yeah,
it.
Well,
buy his
I can't
Jägermeister.
change his life. I can only change his streams.
Is he? I thought I heard something where he wasn't drinking after the Willie situation. I assume based on what you're saying, that's not happening. He's still drinking.
That is my belief. But going through his history has been fun, just reading about old COD stuff, because I used to watch some of that back in the day, like X-Jaws and people like that, and all the Alki David stuff. I want to do a video just about Alki David, because that guy's story is so interesting to me, and I don't even totally understand it yet.
That'd be a good one. When's the Blade one dropping, or do you not know yet?
I don't know yet. I've been waiting because it's actually pretty much done. I want to do an interview with Keemstar to get his thoughts, because I know he was Blade's friend for a long time. And apparently, I just found this out recently, Keemstar paid for his rehab like 3 or 4 times, like to get him in rehab, at least according to him. And then he like flunked out every single time. You okay, Kyle? I see you struggling a little bit over there. You all right?
If that's true, that's really cool of him. If he paid for him.
Yeah. I mean, I assume he didn't just outright lie about that.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah, right. I know for a fact Keemstar is a rabid liar, because he talks about me. But
what did he say about you? That you're awesome and tall?
For example, I remember at Woodycraft, we had this guy who was buying stuff and charging things back, and he bought like $5,000 from Woodycraft. Another, I think he ran $1,000 ad on the show. It was like $6,000 in my universe and $4,000 to like other Twitch streamers. And he charged back all $10,000. Now, when he was buying at Woodycraft, we observed his like out of this world buying patterns. So we cut him off and we talked to his mom, and we're like, this guy's spending a ton. Is this like?
I'm sorry, you talked to Keemstar's mom?
No, the customer. His name was.
I'm sorry.
Like no, so this player at Woodycraft was spending a lot of money. $5,000 at Woodycraft, $5,000 elsewhere, and we called the player's mom, and she's like, "It is okay. This is within his gaming budget. It's all thumbs up." So we're like, "Okay, what are we supposed to do?" And then when he tired of the server and no longer wanted to play at Woodycraft, he charged back all $5,000, which by the way cost me like $12,000, because he was buying like $5 amounts. And not only do we have to pay back the $5, but there's a $35 charge for getting charged back. So it's like, fuck. It was like I was at like $12,000. Other people were out, whatever they were out. And I hired an attorney to like chase this down and figure it out. And really my goal was to stop other people from doing the same thing. We had people who would buy stuff and charge it back like it was a game. Meanwhile, it's costing me $35 a pop. And Keemstar did a video on it. And he said that this poor innocent soul meant to pay 100, left out the decimal point, and paid 10,000. That is not what happened at all. That is not even a thing that can happen. It's like Amazon. Like, you don't choose your own prices on shit. Like, you don't enter in the price. He completely made that up out of thin air and said that I was like punishing and going after this poor innocent child over a typo.
You don't think maybe the child like just told him that Keem just felt bad and believed it?
Right. I don't think that at all. I think Keemstar completely made it up that he wasn't in contact with this kid. And I think he also knew the store is online. You can see it. You don't enter your own prices. No one thought that was true except people who believe Keemstar's lies.
Why do you think he did that? To like sensationalize it?
Keemstar has hated me for 15 years now. It goes both ways. So
really?
Well, yeah. So he's made a lot of videos just telling lies about me, and or just painting me in a bad light. And because I'm the target of his videos, not for a long time, but because I've been the target of his videos, I know the truth, and I know that Keemstar makes shit up.
Well, I guess it's a good thing I'm about to do a video with him then, right?
You can get to the bottom of it. Yeah.
Ask him about that.
I would believe that he paid for Blade's rehab because they used to be really tight. Like they used to be boys. I think they like, yeah, he's very successful financially. I think they lived together at some point back in the day, right? Or maybe
they did. Yeah, they
maybe not live together. Maybe like Keemstar allowed Blade to live with him.
Blade moved to Buffalo during the COD days to like live there, which is around the time that the
podcast together.
Yeah, they did. What was it? Bad Kids Club, I think.
That sounds right.
Something like
close to that.
Bad Kids.
I don't know where he moved from, but I think of Buffalo as not a fun place to live. So that
he moved from, I think Seattle. I want to say.
I'd much rather be in Seattle than Buffalo.
It's either rain or snow.
I think Blade said he didn't like Buffalo, but
it's cold.
Keemstar likes it, so you can.
He does like it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I just looked over at Blade's
Maybe
channel.
loyal to
He
it.
is still drinking.
Probably
Confirmed.
drinking right now as we speak.
He could be right now. Yeah, I don't know what. Damn, that's so wild. Like you click on a stream, scrub 2 hours forward, and he's just like obliterated.
Part of the problem with that video is he's like a copyright abuser serially. So I just don't want to deal with like a copyright strike for, a week and a half when he inevitably strikes the video. And then I can't make money for a week or whatever. Like that's pretty annoying.
Oh, Blade's been known to copyright strike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, just because you'll have to use clips of him like saying something.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he'll just file a false
suck.
DMCA. And then it's like, I'm not going to sue him back, like I'm not going to get any money out of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like, you just have to file an appeal and then he gets my legal name and address, which is also fun. So it's just a whole issue.
Have you come upon anything alarming that's like not in the public storyline of Blade going through the story or not?
Oh, it's all out there. It's literally all out there. I mean, his entire life since 2009 or something or 11 is all documented publicly. So everything you want to know about Blade is all on live stream, and it's him saying it himself. Some very funny moments though, like back in the day when there was some point in time when he was talking to some girl, and if you know a lot about Blade, you'll know, or even a little, you'll know when he drinks, he gets a little racist with it. And he was talking to some girl, and he was like, "You like black guys?" She was like, "No, yeah, they're fine." And he was like, "You N-word lover." And then she leaves, and then one of his like friends calls him, and he's like, hey Blade, you got to get off stream right now, man. You're on Twitch, you're gonna get banned. Like, just get off, delete the VOD, and like sober up, and in the morning you'll be fine. And Blade's like, it says the N-word again.
Oh wow.
And then hangs up and just keeps streaming. Another great moment from Blade is at one point he stands up, like he stands up with his ass to the camera and pulls his pants down and like puts his fingers in his asshole. That's a good one.
Yes, that
I've heard that one. Yeah, I have not been blessed to see the clip, and I don't think I want to.
it.
Well, I have been blessed. I have seen the Eye of Horror.
You've had to like you're fact checking it. You're like, all right, let's cross reference these butthole skin lines with the other times he showed.
For research. Well, we're trying to track the progress of his butthole over time to see how much it's been affected.
When he was like
100%.
macking on that girl while her husband had just stepped away was wild one too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a fan of his wife.
The guy was a huge fan. I heard,
like a super fan. I think they were at his house.
The funniest part of that is so that starts at like a fan meetup with Keemstar, and so Blade's there, Keem's there, and then this guy comes with this girl, and they're not married at that point, and he's like, "Oh my God, Blade, I want you to see this," and he proposes to her in front of Blade. And then 2 years later is when the groping thing happened.
Goodness.
Which is like the whole marriage is tied to Blade somehow.
That's worse than I thought. That they should have known from the start there. Yeah, having
destined for greatness.
Man, when did it stop being about stabbing people in Call of Duty is what I want to know.
I think around like 2013, 2012, maybe Tom would
whenever COD died, like when COD was kind of on the way out and Minecraft was the new thing, that's like the beginning of the end for him.
Yeah, remember Chill Sunday commentary? Just knifing people in COD 4. Simpler times.
With White Boy 7th Street.
With White Boy, no shenanigans going on in the back of RVs. Nothing like that.
Shenanigans, is that what you call that?
A little non-reciprocative play. Is that
tomfoolery?
Yeah, tomfoolery. Groping an unconscious girl. Like that's what I believe it was, right?
I mean, that's he says he didn't. I don't know. He told Chris Hansen he didn't, but
you can watch the video.
We can infer what happened.
I think. Everything though. For people who didn't see the video, Blade saunters over to the front of the RV, I think, and you kind of see his feet, and it kind of looks like there's some level of snuggling, humping, something happening on. But you're looking at feet under a blanket. So
he says, but he says he went to bed. I don't think he went to bed. He was doing.
He's a restless sleeper, it would seem.
Maybe they were like doing jujitsu. He was like putting her in like
they were so good.
I do, yeah, because that clip, it was him talking to that Norwegian or Finnish guy Bjorn, he's like, "I'm gonna go back there," and Bjorn's like, "To the passed out unconscious girl," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go back there." He's like, okay.
I
And then
think
he's
Blade
just, like,
says, "I'm gonna have
like,
sex with her." I think he says that.
something like maybe even that's what he said, like even worse, like that.
Let's hope he
It seemed
didn't.
like he went back there.
Yeah,
with
let's hope
intent.
allegedly. I don't know.
Let's hope he didn't say that.
Let's hope he
But-
did not say that, because then that would be pretty open and shut case.
I'm pretty positive. I'm pretty positive he says that, and then in the follow-up interview, he's like, "I was just joking. We're making jokes like that all night. I just like wasn't going to do that. You know, I just went to bed,
He's in
man."
character.
Officer, I did grope her, but you can hear me saying honk honk when I was grabbing her boobs.
Officer, look,
Jokes.
let's be serious about this. You're not going to unrape her now, so let's just all go home and not worry about this.
You know what? Let's chalk this up to a who knows. You know,
Who done it? Who done it?
my take on this, who's to say? And the officers are like, no, go to get in the car.
No harm, no foul. She wasn't even alive. She wasn't even
Last
awake,
warning,
you know?
sir. Last
What
warning.
did the girl say about it? I don't
She said
even
she
know
got.
what
She
her
said she got raped. Yeah.
That's
rape
what she said.
groped.
Yeah. No, I think she said that she got sexually assaulted in the back there. Yeah.
Oh, I believe her.
Gucci's.
Believe all women.
Did she? Oh man, I was holding out hope that that's not what happened.
Yeah.
I mean,
seems like it
I guess,
was.
technically we don't have like a GoPro video of him doing it, but you know,
Because
I think this
feel
might
like-
be another case of a lady lying on a rich, successful titan of industry. Wait a minute.
they do that, don't they?
She was trying to get all those.
All right,
those
might not be
I'd be
that.
too
All right,
clown.
it's not that. So
My suspicion is it's way easier to like emotionally recover from a guy coming up and kissing your neck in an unwanted way compared to like fucking you.
But if that's not what she said happened, if she said that he like was back there molesting her, then
Yeah.
based on the video, I am inclined to believe her. I don't know
I
if
saw
that's
the
what she
video and I think I was holding out hope that he made a pass at her, got shot down, and that's all that happened. Yeah,
Actually,
No,
I feel like
that was definitely not like a pass and shoot down thing. Like she was out and he like ambled / stumbled back there, got in bed, a lot of movement. Like,
well, who's to say?
I'm very biased. I was just being biased and hopeful.
I'm hopeful as well. I don't want to say I don't know what happened. I'm hopeful that nothing awful happened, but you know,
seems like a little Occam's razor right now. Like what's
I don't know that. No.
I think I have a video of her saying it right now.
you can't do that. It has to be a Rube Goldberg machine of mayhaps and who's to say? And you know, and then the what's she talking about? Marble falls in the I was joking bucket and traps the rat. Like no, it seems pretty. If I had no idea the girl claimed that, because that's
I just put the
damning.
minute-long clip in there, so you guys can see that. Yeah,
thank you.
a little dark.
I will always remember Blade as that dude who walks through TSA with a pocket full of weed and just somehow doesn't get detected, and the guy who ate all those hot dogs in Seattle, and that's a nice guy, and I never seen him do nothing to nobody.
Do people do that all the time? Weed? Don't they just and other stuff?
No, I mean, all right. So not back then. Not back then. This is maybe 10 years ago. Like he just had it in his pocket though, like in his breast pocket. He took a pack of Swishers. I don't know, is it 4 or 5 in there? He rolled them all up, and with weed, and put them back into the package and stuck it right in his breast pocket. It sticks out the top of your pocket. And he walked straight through like the metal detectors he never took it out of his pocket. And there we were in Seattle or wherever. And it was just like, he had weed. He's the coolest guy I could find.
Yeah,
That's
that clip
amazing.
does not do him any favors.
You just watched the 1 minute video?
Yeah, the victim of
Me
it saying
too.
like
So-
he wasn't charged because I didn't bring the charges forward. It happened though. It happened. Like it's been hard to recover from. Like fuck Blade and fuck Bjorn is what she said. That's really truncated.
Yeah.
She said she hates them. Yeah, and the only thing Taylor didn't mention is like she's in a lot of obvious emotional distress,
Yeah,
and
I believe her.
After that happens, there's this like hilarious clip when they're in the RV and Blade's like, "Man, what if we just like dump her on the side of the road, man?" And Bjorn's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" He's like, "Just get rid of her, man. Like she's not content."
She's not content. Damn, cold-blooded.
And he's wrong. We're still talking about that content years later.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, there's clip after clip. When he's sober, he says he's innocent. When he's drunk, there's clips of him being like, "I do it again." So it's just like,
Man, I'm having a hard time standing beside my old friend Blade these days.
I hear you.
He said I would do it again.
I got the clip. Yeah, of course.
All right,
Man, he's a clip factory. He's a fact finder.
Bob's got receipts, man.
I gotta say, I don't like any of that one bit. And I clicked that little link, and I didn't know what the link was gonna be, but it's just some little girl like complaining about getting raped, and that's pretty hard.
That is a way to put it, I guess.
I thought you had like a blurry like GoPro that saw some legs twitch in the dark or something, but it's like her saying, "Yes, he did this to me," and I don't like. That's hard to watch. I don't like any of this now. I liked it when I just didn't look into this enough to know.
Kyle, watch that clip that
and
Tom
it was
just
nebulous.
linked, and tell me where you're coming down now.
Oh, come on now.
Oh,
all right.
If you can still find an avenue, you need to go into politics.
Yeah, it happens right about 8. I'll be quiet.
Yeah, he
said it 3 times, right?
Yeah, said it 3 times. He said he would do it again
3 times the charm.
He did. That's not. It's an imprecise. It's paraphrasing.
Yeah, that's imprecise. He was more cruel about it.
He said, "I'll grape again 3 times in a row."
Out of context.
Yeah, out of context. He was practicing lines for a play, actually. So
I was gonna think what context could possibly fix that, but that would.
None.
We all have different definitions of words. Okay, it could be.
Okay, all right. I've got newer information because I watched the video that was recommended after the one that you sent me, and it's her in like an alley. It looks like something from Trailer Park Boys, by the way. They're like in an alley doing drugs or some shit. She's sitting cross-legged, and what she said was, "He didn't rape me, but he did sexually assault me." So. Still pretty awful what's happened here.
That varies by state. Like I was just saying, in New York, only penises can rape. In other states, like fingering can be rape.
Yeah, so it could, maybe she's talking like legally or something.
I feel like to me, if you go in, it's probably rape.
Yeah.
If you're entering.
if you violate someone's bodily autonomy in a way they don't want sexually.
What about a wet willy?
That's just awesome. Really I do that to girls all the time.
If
it's not for you, it's not.
Kyle, if you give me a wet willy,
yeah,
it's a prank. If you're hard, it's rape.
How am I going to get it in your ear if it's not hard?
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's molestation. You would have molested me. Even if it was your finger, if you stuck your wet finger like in my mouth or in my ear, and I look down and you're erect, I'm calling the authorities.
You're a real rat. I don't know if I can be around you. I mean, things happen. We have a few drinks at dinner. I'm gonna go for a wet willy. It's just common practice.
Yeah, we each split.
Wet willies are considerate because he uses lube.
Let me tell you how upset.
Otherwise, it'd be a dry willy.
I don't like that shit. If I'm being honest, like I remember in
wet willies.
I can't remember the last time
you were talking about Blade sexually assaulting that girl, and I'm like, wow, coming in hot.
I'm trying to pivot.
What you like?
Assault.
I'm trying to pivot. I would hate to get a wet willy. That would upset me to no end. Like even if a girlfriend or somebody did it to me, I would be like, "What the fuck have you done to me?" I'd be pretty upset. Like maybe her little baby finger goes too deep and like deafens me the rest of the way.
We all have our boundaries.
My hearing's like a ticking time bomb type thing. Like with Taylor's classes, they're gonna keep getting thicker, and I'm gonna have to go to a hearing aid at some point. I feel like I read this study, and apparently, those little hairs in your ear that move back and forth with the sound. Like I guess the damage you do to them at a younger age, they're just going to get brittle and degrade over time. So I fully expect to need a hearing aid at some point.
For your videos, what do you do for fun? What do you like to do? Because I don't do a lot for fun. Like Chris Chan.
No, I mean I do actually like looking at that stuff, but I pretty much just go to the gym. Taking that pretty seriously since January. Got to get on test though. Apart from that,
yeah, again, that's nice. Let me see what you got.
Looking good.
see my muscles.
You do
Looking
have
jacked,
muscles.
shredded.
Yeah. Oh, we can put me in the big view. Yeah. Yeah, so I do that. Apart from that, I mean, I watch movies. That's about it. I'm pretty obsessed with my job, to be honest. I spend like 10 hours a day on my computer.
Really? Damn. Well, I guess I was looking like a lot of those channels that put out like hour-long exposés or documentaries or whatever. It's like once every 8 months they'll upload one. You like shockingly how common it is for you to release a 58-minute video. Like every 2 weeks, seemingly, you could just go on a run and do it. Like you really must be in there 10 hours a day.
Yeah, so it's not just me at this point. There's I have about 10 contractors that work for me consistently. So we're all working to get stuff out, and I have like another YouTube channel as well. And we're doing other business stuff. So it's like a decent sized operation at this point.
Nice. What's your second channel called so people can look?
It's called Tom Dark. It's more trending topic type stuff. Think Moist Critical, that kind of thing. Okay. So yeah, that's that one wasn't. I started that like a year and a half ago or so, but that one's starting to kind of eclipse the other stuff I do a little bit, which is cool. But yeah, so I've got like a whole little operation, and I was streaming for a while. I had some gay personal stuff happen that I need to deal with, but I'm hoping to get back to that soon. I was streaming a lot with you guys. Have had Destiny on, I think.
Yeah, not for a good while, but we've had him on before.
I was doing a decent amount of streams with him, so I'm hoping to get back to that pretty soon. But as you guys know, November, December ad revenue is very good, so I've been trying to take advantage of that right now.
Smart. What is have you ever gotten huge pushback on a video? Like people coming out and being like, you should have fact checked this about Chris Chan or Boogie or Wings, or like, how do you deal with that?
A little bit. I'm pretty good about that. Like we research pretty intensely. So I'm pretty good about not having too many of those issues. Usually like I'll get shit sometimes. Like I made this video about this, like, this is so gross. This like pedophile cult run by this person named the Giggly Goon Clown. It's pretty foul, but the part of the whole thing with them was, a bunch of the people involved were trying to convince children to get on hormones, and it was like a fetishistic thing for them. I don't think that's a common thing with trans people, but a lot of people kind of took that the wrong way, and they were like, this is a transphobic video or something. So now and then I get stuff like that, but I mean, to be honest, for the most part, I mostly just tune out. Like I don't read comments. I don't look at what people say about me on Reddit or 4chan. I just try to not look. It's just not productive to read every comment about yourself. It just doesn't matter.
Well, Taylor would love that.
He would love what?
Well, a video about trans people trying to indoctrinate children. I know that's a very important topic for you.
Is it?
Oh, is it?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course. I've cared about this for so long.
Okay, we're gonna pretend like every meeting you bring up.
You don't know that's me under the hood.
Video.
You couldn't possibly know.
I thought it was you because there's 7 different accents coming from under that thing.
No one else wears a 5XL hood.
That's true.
Taylor, what do you do? What do you do when you're not PKA?
Chinese or African?
What do I do for fun?
Or just when you're not doing PKA, I guess.
Gaming. I've been trying to get back into gaming, which is such a gay thing to say, trying to get back into. Yeah, very stupid. But I'll watch, I'm back in 2008 as far as my gaming ability, I feel like, where I used to watch Zergriz on YouTube and be like, I'm going to be a sniper bro now, and then go and try and do that shit. And now I'll see Twitter clips of games that look really fun. I'll give it a go, and I'm just dog shit now. I'm terrible. All these kids are better at gaming than me. I don't really have the inclination to get really good. So usually when I'm trying to blow off stress, I just lift or get into a stupid hobby like candle making. I make a good deal of my own scented candles, and I do that very impulsively. So 2 weeks will pass where I make myself, no joke, 100 candles with a bunch of different scents, and then 9 months will pass while I burn through my 100 candles. And I'm almost out, actually. I need to have another candle.
Do you pour the wax and everything? Like, how does that work?
Yeah. I melt the soy wax in a double boiler on my stove, and then I add the coloring that I want it to look like. I'm not going to make a lavender scented candle that isn't a light color purple. How are you going to really add to the, the feeling of it there? I make sure I have the correct girthiness of the wick.
10% gayer.
Fucking 50% gayer. This is the most homosexual thing I do outside of sex. And like it's I put the wick in. You put a wick that's too big in that container, it's going to burn too hot. It's going to burn too hot.
We all know that.
And then what happens? The scent boils away. It steams away. That's not ideal. I'm basically like that. You put a wick that's too small, it's going to crater. There's going to be a lot of leftover wax on the outside. And then
you fucking noob. That's called tunneling.
Tunneling. You're right. I'm sorry. And then I also mix
make candles
scents
too.
Sometimes.
I think Taylor might be better listening to this. I'm sorry I cut you off, but
no, you're fine.
Soy wax, huh? Not beeswax, not paraffin wax.
Soy.
Never paraffin. Never paraffin. You want to go soy. I'm a soy boy when it comes to candles. Like soy it's cleaner burning. If you ever burn a candle and it's got like black sooty shit on the entrance of the candle, that's paraffin wax. And that's like not good to be breathing in a lot.
What temperature do you add the fragrance?
I add it at 180.
That's hot.
It's
You're
hot.
losing scent.
Well, you don't lose much scent there because the woman I watch on YouTube who explained to me how to do it, who's like a very matronly woman, believe it or not, every video about candle making, I think I'm the only man there. No one else is as a dude is doing that. And so I heard her talk about it. She's like, don't put it in above 180. Around 180 is good because the wax molecules are still expanded, and so it can capture the scent in there. You try and add it when it's too cool, and it's going to be like pockets of not absorbed scent that it could light up when you're lighting your candle. It could be a fire hazard. But yeah, I just do a bunch of
There's
stupid
no fucking way that like a fire is going to break out that I don't want to.
You're telling me that 60-year-old woman in the apron lied to me?
I just like my candles turn out differently every time because I'm not that good a scientist, I suppose. And I've never had any spontaneous combustion that wasn't intended. I mean, candles are supposed to be on fire.
Are you talking about with paraffin wax?
No, I haven't used paraffin wax. I don't think I've used.
I think that's the risky thing because if your candle upends and then you get this big splash of flammable paraffin wax, it's not unlike when you overfill a turkey fryer and then you put the turkey in and that 400, 500 degree oil overflows and it basically just instantly catches fire when it hits the hot air. I don't know. You don't want any of that. I love those videos. You don't see that very much anymore because people caught on. They all died, I guess, of horrible burns. But
2 years ago, Tom, I got very into archery. I wanted to be an archer. You know what? I am an archer. I'm just not a good archer. I'm an archer. Yeah, I'm pretty decent at it. Across short range. You're
gonna have to kill an animal. You gotta kill an animal before I'll co-sign.
With my recurve bow?
You picked your weapon. Don't come to me.
Dude, that foam turkey in my backyard has so many holes in it. I've fucked that.
And I'm pretty sure Taylor's killed animals before.
Yeah, I have, but not with a bow. Yeah.
No, he didn't say with a bow. He said you have to kill an animal.
Just
boom.
Squeeze the life.
I have suffocated bunnies and all sorts of things like that. But no, I wouldn't do that. That's
his hands are, from Mice and Men. He was just petting.
I'm like Lenny from It's Mice and Men, just killing my neighbor's dogs. The fucking thing.
Speaking of
archery is a silly thing to get into. Waste of time.